So slab climbing is a type of climbing that's underappreciated, I feel. A lot of climbers either actively dislike it or it's just not one of their favourite types of climbing. We're going to go over sort of the advantages of doing slab climbing and the joys to be had whilst slab climbing. I think what I'll try and do is climb every single one of these slab problems from easiest to hardest. Rather than focusing on strength, they focus on technique, balance, precision, this kind of thing. I think that this white one looks like it might be easier than the red blue. It might not be, but I think I'll start with the white one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. The lowest grade on the slab is the red blue, which is not the easiest type. But there's also some ratings Friday ones, so they have playing cards, and what happens is they get people to climb them all and tell the staff what grade they think it is. And then if the setters had a different one in mind and loads of people thought it was easier or harder, then they can adjust what they actually do when the next week when they actually put the tape on. So they might adjust the grade. Pretty straightforward, pretty nice.
So can you tell us about some techniques that you use there that you don't use as often on other styles of problem?
One thing that's very different is the way that I was using the holds. You're not really trying to pull yourself up with your arms so much as to just try and maintain your balance and keep your weight, your centre of balance, over one of the holds that you're stood on. So the feet were much more important there than the hands.
You used the wall at one point.
Oh yeah.
You palmed down on the wall.
Yeah, which is often the case, like often in slab climbing, if there's no handholds, it's not necessarily a problem because you can, especially if there's a corner, you can push, you can press. This pink one that I've climbed down on is a really fun problem. Dynamic slab. You're going dynamically into a position that you might not hold, and if you miss then you hit your face on the wall, which would be embarrassing and painful. To build up confidence for that kind of move, do something that's less scary to begin with. That's not a typical slab problem in that it's quite powerful and quite reliant on arm strength, the shoulders pressing, but also there's quite a bit of power in doing a dynamic move like that. Most slab is kind of slow, steady, patient, balancy, techniquey. Yeah. One of the reasons why people might not like slab climbing is because if you fall, you do land on the on the climbing wall. So here, in a gym, that might mean landing on the plastic holds, sliding down, being a bit embarrassed, rather than just falling straight onto the mats, which you would with an overhang. The slab wall has a bit of a double-edged sword here. So we have really good friction on the wall because it's got like a sandpapery finish, but that means that although you can get a lot of friction on your feet and you can smear really effectively, it does mean that if you fall, there's more risk of injury. Sometimes it takes your skin off and people bleed on it, which isn't that pleasant. Pretty gross. Okay, so this is red-blue, the lowest of the graded problems here. And this has got small feet, quite balancy, so it's quite typical. This is quite a low grade for this gym, the second easiest, but as you can see, the footholds are already really quite small. They're a decent edge, but even for the easier boulders, they're quite small footholds. Here, we have a harder problem, smaller still, and they get even smaller. So yeah, it's really important for slab climbing with small footholds that you have really tight fitting shoes that you can get enough force through, making sure that you're very precise with your toe. Very early on, when we were first climbing in Blockbeck and I was first doing some of these harder slab climbs, I really hurt my big toe because I was putting so much force through that one point, trying to keep my body weight supported, that yeah, it did a little bit of an injury. But yeah, build your level slowly and appropriately. This is the top hold?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, I thought I was going to have to go further then. Here, this hold, this was where the foot match crux was of this move, this route. It wasn't a particularly hard route, but that was the hardest thing about it. On the second time doing it, actually, where Helen took the close-ups of my feet, I was able to do it a lot more smoothly because I deliberately placed the right foot further to the right to leave room for the left foot. This is a really important technique when you're doing slab, is to think about where you're going to place your feet, because you don't want to be doing the hop jump thing to swap feet, because unlike on a vertical or an overhanging problem where your arms are doing a lot of the work, basically your toes are what's keeping on the wall for most slab problems. We only have blue problems left now, so we've done the dynamic one, let's try the more static problems. Quite hard and scary, so you may have noticed that I had to do something again that I said earlier is not very common in slab climbing, which is to move dynamically. So I did have to like push off my leg and grab a hold and just have the confidence to know I'll stick it. But there's a lot of satisfaction in facing those fears, getting the move, getting it to stick. This boulder was up for the competition, my first ever competition here at Blockwerk. On the day I flashed it, I got some beta from someone who was helping me, who just was talking to me. Since then I've tried to reclimb it, and it was a lot harder without that adrenaline, enthusiasm and drive of the context of the competition. So we'll see if I can flash it today, get a day flash, or if it takes me multiple attempts, but this is quite a tough slab. We're on the blue grades now. So yeah, difficulty's ramping up slightly. So again, big move, last move, really committing. Just have to have the confidence. It's a jump this time, so just grabbing on's pretty easy. So yeah, that was nice, got the day flash. This one has a really interesting match start. It's the red problem with the blue tape. I need a hand on each of these start holds before I can start the route. So establishing in that position on this problem is quite difficult. Okay, so you can see my fingers just about touching.
Yeah.
Very bouncy, this one.
So this problem looks quite hands-free.
Yeah, you can palm the wall, but it's mostly about getting your centre of balance above the right feet and manipulating how much force you're putting through each toe, so you can move your weight from one foot to the other, so you can actually move your feet, all whilst maintaining good balance. So it's tough. And this is a very small foot.
So you've got to match it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ah, that was blocking my vision. There we go. Yeah, so there's another blue grade, and then that's all the blues done, and then it's only blue-green, which is the highest grade I've ever climbed. I did manage a new blue-green day flash on our last session here, so hopefully we can knock one of these down. But the rest of this episode now is probably going to be me struggling and telling you why that struggle is fun. Just above my right shoulder, your left, we have this tiny little purple hold. This route is completely made up of very small purple holds. But yeah, it's a very typical slab problem. Small hand holds, small foot holds, balancy. Where's the next thing to get? I hadn't really read the route. Oh, there we go. This is better. That was scary. Need to put the left foot here, let's get the right foot here, and then I think the second half will be easier then. Woo. So I also said that slab isn't powerful. I think that's a lie. I'm getting out of breath. Powerful in a different way. In a slow, lots of force over a more extended period of time. Now I'm not wearing my chalk bag, I'm getting greasy fingers. Can't reach chalk. I've got to wear the chalk bag. I need that right foot again.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it was here.
Yep.
Need the right foot here, and then it's a better edge, and also then I'll have the height to go for the final hole. That right toe is looking so much precision and precariousness. This is really tough. Alright. I can feel myself rushing.
Nice.
That higher one?
Yep. Nice.
Oh yes, and I got the match as well. That definitely feels like the hardest slab that I've done successfully for a long time. Really pleased with that. So route reading is important, but there's also the fact that until you're on a lot of slab routes, you don't really quite know how it feels. This will probably improve for us over time because we're still relatively new to climbing. So, yeah. But yeah, often your body feels a lot different to how you expect when you're actually climbing the route. Yeah, a little bit of a scrape.
Nice. Yep.
So the right pull-up?
Yep.
Well, I think it's a full swap.
You've got it. Just get that foot further over to the right. Come on. Come on.
Is there enough room for a foot swap?
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting to go that high.
You did really good. Nice. Well done.
I feel really good about that. Just had to be really brave with the foot swap because the toe didn't feel secure at all, and go quickly with the right foot out to the last like foothold. But everything stayed on the wall. And yeah, and the feeling I have now is one of the best things about slab climbing, is that you try something that you don't think is going to work, that could have consequences, but it works, and you feel really good. Yeah, chase that feeling. That's what I do.
Nice.
So that's all the blues done. It's now just some blue greens to try. Yeah, give it a go.
Nice, yeah. Come on. Yes.
I feel like I've already done this one when it was ungraded.
Nice. Yeah, come on.
I've got to hit. Yeah, I've done that bit up to there before when it was Ratings Friday. That's a really high foot now, I think, is what I need to do. We'll see if I've got the flexibility and the mobility to do it. Just in perspiration, like bringing sweaty back.
Nice. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on.
It might do.
Yeah, nice effort.
That's really high for my my legs though.
Yeah.
My foot. But yeah, getting the shoulder press, getting my whole body higher up, feels like the right way. You can see my handprint on the hold.
Yeah.
Sweaty hands for a sweaty man. Sometimes I don't know whether to ride the enthusiasm with slab, or if I should give myself a moment to calm down and get into a more focused frame of mind. But yeah, I'm excited about this one, so I might just go again. But this should be my last attempt in a row now.
Right, nice. Come on. Nearly. Yes. Ooh.
So other reasons why, or a list of reasons why, you know, slab is great and you should do more of it, or consider doing more of it. It will improve your footwork, it will improve your confidence, it will improve your balance. Main camera ran out of battery, so just another few reasons why slab is great. You can become stronger in the legs. You can have that feeling that, that I just had, that you're worried and scared, but then you do something anyway. You can also like get away with, although you're more likely to land on something, you're less likely to injure yourself badly on a slab. If you fall, you are going to like scrape down the rest of the route, but you're not going to fall from like several meters and potentially break a leg or whatever. I mean, there's still a chance of breaking something, but there's like, you're not going to, you know, build up so much momentum from a vertical fall that you're landing on the ground and you know, the risks that are associated with that. It'll improve your versatility as a climber. Helen has been talking to me recently about wanting to widen her pyramid, so rather than just chasing the next grade in your strengths, you make sure that all of your climbing skills are well developed, and slab's part of that. If you're not already doing a lot of it, it's great. Since you're here, you might want to consider subscribing so you can watch our other videos. They come out every Monday or thereabouts if we're busy. We like to go outdoors, we like to climb in gyms, we love bouldering, we try other types of climbing, but we're new to it. So you may have realised, like, I'm not the world's best climber, I'm not up there with the elites or the very good amateurs, but yeah, what we offer is passion about climbing within a more mediocre sort of ability level. But yeah, we love climbing and we love making content for you, so give us a subscribe, go and watch our videos where we go to Yosemite and Boulder. Watch our videos where we. I did a competition for the very first time. Yeah, fun session.